Hello guys! Today we're going to be talking about Korean beauty habits that you should be doing for dry skin. Now, first thing that I always do whenever I come home, I always wash off my makeup. Especially when you're wearing thick foundation, kind of like putting saran wrap on your skin and it's not allowing your skin to breathe much. And what I find when I wear thick foundation over several days is that I tend to break out. It dries your skin out. And for dry skin beauties, whenever you dry your skin out even more, you're tricking your skin into thinking that, oh, I'm not producing enough oils. So it tries to produce more oil all at once. And then that's when bacteria start to grow and oil build up and breakouts start happening. BB cream is a lot lighter and it just feels like my skin can breathe. That's why I wear that to work and things like that. A tip I have for washing off foundation, especially like really high coverage ones, is to double cleanse. And I always double cleanse anyways, like on a daily basis. Speaking of not to trick your skin into thinking that it's not producing enough oil, is to always finish off your cleansing routine with skincare. If you were to take a microscope and like look into your skin without moisture is just like how when you look at clay, when clay is dried, it tends to have crack in it. There's lines and stuff. Whereas wet clay tends to be really smooth and very wrinkle-free. Skin looks exactly the same. Because I have really dry under eye area, I always go in with eye creams. There are people who think that eye creams are a ripoff. They're like, oh, you pay so much more for such a small tube. If I'm using it, I just feel better. Because without it, I'm like, oh. And a lot of the facial creams might be too heavy or too oily for the delicate eye area. And since dry skin doesn't produce much oil, you really have to take care of it throughout the day. In Korea, when I was there, a lot of my friends and coworkers always had these facial mists. It's just like feeding your skin with nutritional water throughout the day. If you're an oily skin individual, this step works for you too. But before spritzing your face with a facial mist, you can go in and blot your face first. You don't have like oil floating on top of your nose. You might powder it down and then you can go in with a facial mist. It kind of helps blend your makeup into your skin and make it look that much more natural. At the same time, you're feeding your skin with good stuff. So one of my friends asked me recently, we were out shopping and she's like, hey, so I was wondering about sheet masks. I know they're really popular, but I never know when to use them. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know when to use them? You just slap it on your face when you want to. The more I hang out with my friends, the more I realize that the questions that they have might be questions that you guys may have too. So I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I should definitely mention this in my next video. I usually let my skincare sort of, sink into my skin, let my skin drink it all up for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I like to put on a sheet mask. Watch YouTube on my phone for like 20 minutes while the sheet mask kind of just let it sink into my skin right before bed. Speaking of sheet masks, recently I'm really into watching the drama Descendants of the Sun.
야, 뭐하냐?
귀국기념 얼굴에 뽀샵 중이랍니다.
아이, 나 이것들이 빠져가지고
나한테 하는 소리야.
아닙니다. 아직 10분 안 됐지 말입니다.
너도 와서 누워. 반년 넘어 재수 씨 보는데 그렇게 갈 거야.
유부남은 밝은 데서 보는 얼굴 안 중요합니다. 불 끄면 다 되지 말입니다.
꼭 엄마 닮은 딸 가족 계획 파이팅입니다.
꼭 아빠 닮은 딸일 수도 있지 말입니다.
올라오시지 말입니다.
아, 그럼 저희 마지막 교통수 잘 다녀오겠습니다. 단결. 됐어. 있어. 내가 대신 나갈 테니까 쉬라고. 바람 좀 세게.
아직 10분 안 됐지 말입니다.
나머지 5분은 내가 쏜다. 뒤돌아서 흡수시키십시오.
When I was in Korea, I remember we were like walking down the street, a group of us, guys and girls, and then people would be handing out sheet masks. And they were just like, here you go, here you go, here you go, to all the guys. That line was targeted to males. So the packaging a lot more masculine, like black, or like it's like a matte blue packaging, so that guys are more willing to buy them and use them. For all my dry skin beauties, it's really important to gently exfoliate your skin, the face, the body. So nothing too harsh. Don't use like really harsh microbeads because that will dry out your skin even more. Washing your face with a towel, that's already exfoliation. BHA, AHA, and liquid exfoliant cleansers. If you have dry skin, it's really easy to over exfoliate. I know people who overuse facial brushes and they ended up with broken capillaries underneath their skin, and it just because it's just so harsh. So be careful no matter what kind of facial brushes you use, whether it's Clarisonic, whether it's a manual. Clarisonic was such a hype, but then I realized that it's great for certain skin types. I use the Clarisonic, it's kind of like sitting in the back of my cupboard now, once every 3 weeks, I would say. The Luna, Foreo Luna out there, I haven't tried it myself, but I know that it works differently from the Clarisonic. It's supposed to be a lot more gentle because the Clarisonic, as you guys know, uses a brush head and they stick out and then they just spin really fast on your skin. Another way to help your skin better absorb moisture is to use a steamer, a facial steamer. Now, if you don't want to splurge on an expensive steamer, they're not cheap. And they take up a lot of room. Like my bathroom, I don't have much counter space, so I didn't even consider getting it because where am I going to put it? Like, if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you guys know that my living room's pretty crazy already, so I was like, I am in no way getting a steamer. You can pretty much achieve the same thing by going to the sauna. If you ever notice that after you come out of a sauna, your skin feels that much cleaner and your skin just glows. The humidity in the shower really helps your skin as well. So that is sort of like using a steamer. And what I like to do after I jump out of the shower is to apply moisturizer right away to help seal in that moisture. I recently finished using up one of my favorite clarifying masks, and it's the Sobasu clarifying mask. I was like, you know how with like toothpaste, you like try to squeeze out the last bit and there's like absolutely no more. That was what happened a few days ago, and I was like, no! Clay masks or mud masks, those are much more drying and they're great for oily skin individuals. But for dry skin, if you were to use those, try to use them maximum once a week and try to look for clarifying masks that are not clay or mud type so that they're less drying. So that's all I have to say for the Korean beauty habits that you should be doing for dry skin. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you very soon in my next one. Bye!